ठीक है. So all that build up was for social media. ठीक है. This is streaming. Cool. Okay, done. So chalo guys, let's start peeling a few things one by one. Okay. कि देखो, if you, most of you I feel के might be what 1990s वाले, ठीक है. I think even there will be some 2000s वाली public also, ठीक है. So somewhere, yes, I've really gone old. So yeah, I guess in this group also there will be somebody 2000 के भी रहेंगे. Okay, so these kind of guys will also be there. From there it's a 22 years हो रहा है. Okay. So you need to understand few things कि in the previous, just you take 3 decades, okay, in the past 30 years ago, the world was completely running in a different pattern altogether. Okay, internet came in the very like 1991s for common people, 95 something like that, and phone and all that was very recent. किसी के घर में भी नहीं होता था, and slowly it evolved. And all these other websites that you see, Facebook and YouTubes and all that, so they were like early halves of 2000 when they emerged, and 2004 5 they started first establishing. And like I my time it was, I think, schooling or college, something like that, and phones were not common, smartphones were not existing, the world was changing basically. Okay. And whatever you see right now, it's all has happened in the past 20 years, 30 years. Okay, that's it. Okay, not beyond that. And from 2010 to this 2012, that's where it has gone up, and a lot of changes. You need to understand key the challenges which the current generation will face. It is not something which is already answered and with solutions. So along with this rise of internet, rise of social media, there are challenges which are also coming up, which nobody knows how to solve, because everything is past 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 20 years, utna hi pakad lo. Okay. Now the thing is कि if people don't know challenges, and yes, there are current world में there are expert people who are raising the concerns and all, but out of like 7 billion population of the world, okay, how much reachable those people will be. And you can really relate कि the phone is in the hand of everybody right now. A newborn baby 2 साल का होता है, and there is a phone in his hand, right? Even I'm talking about at times my home story as well. ठीक है. So बच्चों के हाथ में there is a phone, and it's a different way of living which was never known to humanity earlier. Okay. Now there are few real world stats ki along with rise of social media, the depression rates are going up. People are like becoming more egoistic, jealous about one another. Okay. And like they started comparing each other, and somehow people are more unhappy in this time. Why? Because when you compare, you will never be satisfied. That's what it is. You compare yourself to somebody, always others will have something which you are not having. And as long as you are in that comparison mode, life is never going to be satisfying. Okay. So just understand ki the challenges, and that too, every grown up, okay, even children, school children, they are having these phones. People don't get maturity of life even if they are in their 20s. Okay. Because till the time the schooling, colleging is happening very slowly, like just as a student the growth happens. Now you can imagine, we are talking about even a generation younger than that, schooling time say. So we are saying the power of this internet, and a power where emotions can be manipulated with ego, comparisons, hatred, jealousy. Okay, all that is given to immature brains of the world. Okay, they don't have maturity, and now they have this power, and they are going to use this tool of internet, social media against themselves, and they will find a way to be unhappy in life. Okay. And if you all like really explore this thing out, ki, generally US culture and all, it's like 10 years ahead than what we are doing here in India. Okay. So those guys have already like they run ahead in terms of technology and all those things. Later on it comes transitions here. So we should really learn from them ki what has happened, learn from the mistakes of others. So in the US and all, people are becoming too much detached and too much locked into the social media world. Okay. So before even it touched India, वहां पे जाके already it started impacting के the more people were digital and online, slowly and steadily the real world relationships started to detach from one another. Okay, and right now that's what even in here in India, in our homes and all, food pay, we have a phone with us. Okay, we are sitting in a room, everybody is there in a mobile, nothing but personal relationships are breaking. We are getting more into this digital world. Okay, now you need to understand it's required to navigate properly with this, and for every family it is required. Okay, and if you don't take care of this, things are going to backfire. Okay, because whatever you keep constantly thinking, it's directly getting into your mind, and that's one of the main thing. What will happen is, over a period of time, the mind will become dumb. The smart ideas will not come, that spark will be gone, laziness will start coming. Okay, and once the laziness comes, you will not feel like doing anything, because continuous observing that device, that radiation coming inside, and that addiction, let's scroll, let's watch, and meaningless, mindless. Okay, you start with 1 hour, you convert it into multiple hours, you do it multiple times during the day. And that is now becoming a habit and a pattern for the mind. Even though you don't have anything, you go to your WhatsApp and just see ke kya ho raha hai, even though there is nothing. Okay, we go to LinkedIn, kya ho raha hai, we go to Facebook, and that's what is a pattern which everybody is following. Okay, to limited extent it is fine, but the more it will become addict, it will start impacting the brains, and it will become very tough to get rid of it. And the more you involve into it, whatever they feed you accordingly will be consumed in you. Why? Because there is no checks key what who is watching. You can Google anything, you can start following anything, and if a lot of crap you take in, you will also start thinking, behaving, acting like that. Okay, so social media is ultimate. It's like a blessing, and at the same time it has lot of drawbacks. Okay, now देखो, just understand guys कि क्या चल रहा है, कि there is a right way of using social media. Okay, stopping it, not using it is not really the option. Okay, why? Because there could have been one time where people say, you know, no, I don't want to use phone. Before even this smartphones were there, people were like, nahi nahi, humko phone bhi use nahi karna, we'll still rely on our old ways. But the world evolved. Okay, right now the entire banking system is running based upon phone. Without a phone, you cannot exist in the current world. OTPs, calls, money transactions, everything is there. And initially, the banking system wahan bana, and now it's like the entire digital world is running there. All the online transactions, everything is like digital. So you cannot stay away from it. You have to involve. And as soon as you make that decision, okay, I want to involve, it comes like, okay, how do you want to involve? You cannot stay opened and exposed for everything which the world has to offer, because then the downfall will start. Okay, so thoda sa dekho guys, you have to understand a few things as we go through this session. Ki there are two ways to use social media. Okay, one is ki as a producer, second is as a consumer. Okay, producer is somebody who is putting some content there, consumer who is consuming it. Okay, and the entire all these platforms, YouTube, Facebook, or like any other thing you take, okay, they want to attract as maximum consumers to them. So they will innovate. They have very smart brains, they have AI tools running, analytics running, which they will hack and come up with ways by which how to engage a customer or a consumer for as long time as possible. That is their metrics. So they want your attention. Why? Because they know it. Once you are more time on them, they can manipulate you. Okay, they can experiment with you, they can manipulate you, they will show ads, they will show this, they will show that, and they will change your way of thinking, and that's risky. Okay, by constantly publishing certain type of content, you will start believing in that. That's it. So social media can manipulate minds of people, and that's a very powerful thing. Okay, and so you have to protect against all such things. All these concepts are the rat hole that you find one, and all linked videos will be coming to you where you start believing more in that concepts. So just understand ki as a consumer, when you are exposing, these social platforms want you to be there. And if you start spending more time, the drawback is you will start becoming like, you will start losing the spark which your brain has, because that dumbness will come, the brain will become tired by constant exposure, and you will feel like not doing it. So you cannot expose too much for this. Okay, but you need to understand ki dekho, so producer ho gaya, consumer ho gaya. Now consumer you will become, because social media is trying to pull you there. You need to understand as a consumer, okay, one advantage which the internet has provided is we can very easily access what the successful people of the world are doing, applying on a day-to-day basis. Okay, CEOs of the company, business owners, like the actual great people in the world, what are they doing? Okay, it is at the palms of you. The knowledge of books and everything in audio form, video form is in your palms right now. So now a decision you have to make ki there are two kind of content on social media. One is knowledge, business, growth, personality, okay, which actually will help you in your life. Okay, let's call it like education content, which really makes you grow as a person. And there is another thing which is purely just entertainment, which will not add any value to your life. Okay, just compare it like this. So we have to be consumer. Why? Because we are in this world, digital world, we have to learn from the internet, so we have to be consumer. But now we have to choose what kind of a consumer we want to be on social media. And when we are saying we are spending time in consuming content, what content we are consuming more? And just ask a simple question: when you are on your deathbed in the final years of your life, right? If you just keep consuming entertainment related content, will you be proud about that kind of a life? अरे नहीं, क्या मजा आया, मैंने 10 साल तक टिकटॉक देखते रहा, टिक टिक टिक, मजा आया. Like it's like I wasted my time. It's not going to add any value. And in the long run, once you get old, you will feel like, अरे यार, I wasted a lot of my time. I could have done so many things. कुछ नहीं तो यार guys, family के साथ time spent, friends के साथ hanging out, at least that will be more valuable than spending just time in this thing. Okay. And I'm not saying make it zero, but unknowingly we are all spending a lot of time on that. We need to really cap it. Okay, maybe not more than 30 minutes a day. And that to structureize that, cannot do it throughout the day. Maybe I'll reserve only 30 minutes time, one time, where I will do all this entertainment content. Movies dekhna hai, fine, watch movies over weekend or sometimes here and there, but don't make that as a life habit which you do every single day, 3 hours a day. That's waste of time, waste of life, basically. Okay, right now that is happening. So first step, you need to really analyze yourself ki what's going wrong. Okay, you need to really analyze ki are people are, I think, messaging yahan pe. Ek second, reclaim host. I'm not getting notifications here. Public gali degi meko. Okay. Ek second, team. Okay. ठीक है, चलो, let's continue back. Okay, so yeah, so this is what is the first thing, just understand. Okay, being a consumer of internet is required because there is knowledge and information there. If you stay away from that, your growth in life will become very slow. The core reason being just learning based upon life experiences, your own life experiences, is a very slow process. Okay, very slow process if you just want to learn based upon your life experiences. But if you learn from others, your career and your life will go very fast. Okay, so we have to be consumer, but now we have to make a decision: entertainment content versus education content. What do we consume more? Okay, it's a very important decision which we have to make, and reduce the entertainment consumption, because it's not going to add any value to your life in a long run. Okay, once you get that kind of maturity, I'm wasting my time, you will really regret, 3 ghanta I applied, I could have done something about it. Okay, And that is a, like, in fact, the drawbacks are there. Your mind will become dumb, you will not get smart ideas, and it will like become lazy, tired, stressed. The brain actually will age more, okay, because of that burden. So just understand a few very critical things. So first conclusion, reduce the entertainment content on social media. Okay. Second, education content, keep consuming, because the more you learn, the more you will grow, the more you will become better. Okay. So follow the right people on social media, see what they are doing. Okay. By the end of this session, I'll give you guys Instagram link of my account. Just go to all the people who I'm following. There are around 25 people or so, like pretty nice people. Okay. I'll already suggest you some things. The time where I got a lot of value out of the social media and my brain started thinking different was I started following this guy, Tom Bilyeu. Okay, so he created an impact theory channel. So where every week he used to call some very successful people of the world and just interview them about their life story. How did they deal with struggles, challenges, and like very great personalities of the world were coming there. So you can just go there, Impact Theory by Tom Bilyeu. YouTube may you will find that channel, and weekly one video, you start consuming it and your brain will start evolving. You will be like, wow, there are great people in the world. All of a sudden, what can happen is there, you need to understand. Last time there was, last century mein there was a saying, you are the sum total of 5 people that you spend your time with. Okay. The common 5 people that you have around you, the way they think, you will also think like that. If people around you are average minded, excuse giving people, whether you like it or not, over a period of time, you will also become average minded, excuse giving. Okay, that's a law. You cannot stay away from that. Why? Because your brain is consuming those words, what they are saying, and eventually it will also start thinking like that. Okay, life is not good, people are like this, they are lucky, we are not lucky, it's not possible. So whatever are the people around you saying, eventually you will become that. It's a very powerful learning. You are the sum total of 5 people you surround yourself with, be it your friends, be it your family. But if the people around you are negative, you will also become negative. If the people around you are empowering, confident, like I can do it attitude wala, you will also become the same. Okay. Now the thing is, with the power of internet, you can make the best people, successful people of the world, the empire creators, as your close 5 people of life. Okay, why? Because they are so much active on social media, sharing all their thought process, all their ideas, and all their commitments and success stories, which you can completely absorb. It's just that you have to be with them. Okay. So right now we are talking in this kind of a session. You just say there is another video taken by, let's say, Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos. Find them, hunt it down on internet. Everything will be there. You will know their thought process, how they think. And the more you consume, nothing but you are taking your level away from the current crowd, your friend circle, or whoever, average minded people, and positioning it into the billionaires of the world. You can imagine how your thought process will change. Simple way to grow in life, use the power of internet, change your friend circle. Okay. And simple way of doing that is digitally, not like going and like uske ghar ke samne khade ho, Mark Zuckerberg ke aaja. Right? Simply we can just do a switch and we can be in the billionaires of the world. Okay, we can see what they are doing and we can follow their activities, because there are very great people who are daily posting on social media. Okay, watch their stories, watch their posts. Simple. Okay, Vivek Bindra. Okay, most of you might have heard about him, right? So much of ideas, this, that, lot of things he share. Okay, daily on Instagram, he's posting around 10 posts per day. Okay, there is another guy, okay, like Gary Vaynerchuk. Daily, he's also posting on all the social platforms around 5 to 10 posts. Nothing but these kind of people are creating value add content in the world, so that the like-minded people who want to succeed consume it and then they grow. So see, okay, there will be a big difference in the generations which is coming up. Those who consume the value add information, because it's all there. But those who consume, apply into our lives, there will be a huge difference between them, and there will be a huge difference between average or the not growing or entertainment consuming crowd. Okay, and you know what happens? Those who are entertainment consuming, everybody will just try to use them because they are not smart anymore. People will try to sell them ideas, people will try to manipulate them because they are not capable enough to protect themselves. If psychologically, subconsciously, all the techniques will be applied on social media to manipulate these people. That's where we get to the other part. Okay, that's where we get to the other part. There is a different angle for all the social media. Just understand. Okay, first conclusion, we have to be consumer, but be the consumer of value add and information content, not too much of entertainment. Reduce entertainment quotient, have it, balance it. Like, you will regret it in like 50 years from now. You'll be like, I wasted my time. 30 minutes a day, bahut ho gaya. Movies dekhna hai, dekho over weekend, once in a while, here and there. During the weekday, also watch it. But don't just consume garbage, that real stories, and just on and on and on and on, because it is nothing. क्या कर रहे, ऐसे ऐसे कर रहे, that's it. Right? So थोड़ा सा detach yourself with all that. Okay, and they create like that because they want to engage. So it is impressive and it is eye catching because they have analyzed human psychology. Okay, in one of an interview, one of a Google ka big director, he said ki in the Silicon Valley in US, so they used to conduct sessions and open live events where they explained ki how can a human mind be psychologically altered using the social media. Okay, so nothing but they are learning, okay, how the brain wave works and how we can manipulate, we can change the way people think, how we can make them more addict to our platforms, and they are applying all those techniques and we don't even know what to do. We are getting addicted to that. Okay, so that's what they are applying, a lot of brain, we are getting addicted. But if you do that too much, it's their business, but we will be on the losing side, and that's a problem. So first conclusion, reduce the entertainment quotient. Second conclusion, have the nice value add consumption. Okay, so have it strongly, have nice value add, because that's what your life is going to grow forward. Okay, because without knowledge, your growth will be very small. And that's where it's an open world. Those who consume knowledge, they will drastically grow in their life. And those who consume entertainment, they will just stay around average wherever they are. And just know it, life is like next 70 years short. So big difference will happen between two parties. Okay. Now let's understand a few more things. How so far so good? Okay. Understand it, guys, because once you understand and apply, then you can do something for your people, maybe your family and friends. If you are not in your control, तो बाकी किसी को बचा नहीं पाओगे. सामने सामने सब कुछ will be at loss. Okay. And now, like, there were statistics, suicide rates have gone up, depression rates have gone up with the rise of social media, and it's primarily because of education content. Nahi, it's because of entertainment content. Okay, what is happening? Now, okay, you know the truth, so people are spending so much time, and then there are fights happening there are arguments happening there is bullying happening there. Nothing but mind alag hi kaam kar raha hai logon ka. Okay, wastage में that hatred is coming in. It's like emotions are not in control there. ठीक है, लग गई है वाट वहां पे. Okay, fine. Now let's understand the other aspect of things. Okay, there are multiple people uh, who are on social media. Okay, one we said producers, another one is consumers. We said value add. Similarly, producers, maybe we have the same two variants: entertainment content as well as value add. So there are producers who will produce entertainment related, there are producers who will produce value add related. Okay, now you just observe and follow all these successful people. Okay, maybe the top 10 CEOs ko Google karo, just Google the top 10 successful, top 100 successful CEOs of world, or maybe of India. You will find a list. Try to hunt them down on social media and एक एक करके सबको follow करने लगो and just see what they do. You will not find any CEO or business owner or successful person publishing anything related to time pass and entertainment. Nothing but this is how successful people think. Their mission in life is different. Their purpose in life is different. They are different. Okay. They want to change the world. They want to add the value in a different way. So if you really want to do something great with your life, just know it. If you are too much into entertainment side, usko bhi thoda kam karke change it into more value add, because the world needs more of that. Okay. Entertainment to default में चलते ही रहता है, but थोड़ा सा correct your approach also, okay, what you should be. So you should be a consumer of value add content, and you should be a producer of value add content. Okay, now you might be like, why should I need to produce? Let me only be a consumer. Now why I need to post, publish and all that? If I don't do it, what is the thing? Okay, Dekho, there is one thing happening in the current world. There are two parallel worlds which are running. Okay, one is this physical real world which you see, and another is a digital world. And digital world is easy because the memory is being persisted. Digital world mein, the memory, the actions that you do, everything is permanently residing. Okay, that's the power of digital world. Let's say right now you want to, in a physical world, okay, I might have put in 20 years of my past into doing something very hard work, and finally I got something. Okay, still if I want to tell to other people कि भाई ये कर लो, this is really good for you, I would still need a lot of convincing. They will be like, they will not see my past 20 years in real world. They will just look me, who I am right now, not the kind of hard work which I did in the past. Okay, and it's tough to convince people just based upon if they just see you right now. Okay, digital world mein this completely changes. For 20 years, all the social platforms are going to maintain your identity. If you keep publishing, if you keep posting on a daily basis, that's a memory you are trying to save in this world. I am this kind of a person. Your thought process, your actions will all be stored in records of the system. And then you are like, just show it to the world. You don't have to even convince who you are and how you got there. People will just look at your past. Okay, and that's where, guys, just understand, digital world is a practical proof of who you are in life. Okay, now let's say what's happening nowadays, even while interviews are going. Okay, so do you really feel कि time pass वाली public को लेना चाहिए for projects? Like, if it is your company, will you really take somebody who is like टाइम पास एकदम, मतलब लाइफ में कुछ है ही नहीं उसके? यू विल नॉट गेट दैट फीलिंग आल्सो टू रिक्रूट समबडी लाइक दैट. अरे कुछ पैशन नहीं है, पर्पस नहीं है, डेडिकेशन नहीं है, राइट? एंड राइट नाउ your social identity is all there on internet. It's just one click away. Okay, anybody's identity can be evaluated, and very slowly, as part of the interview hiring process, those factors will be taken in consideration. Okay, while hunting you for a resource or looking for an employee, not just their technical skills, but who that person actually is, that matters a lot. In the previous time, 1 hour interview used to tell that thing about a person, but right now it's not required. It's technology everywhere. We just see, okay, so this is the person. We can go to your Facebook, what do you do? We can go to your Instagram, we can go to your YouTube, hunt you down, okay, and then see what actually you're doing in this world. And we don't need to interview that at all. We just scroll and we know your thought process. What do you share? What do you do? Nothing but your digital identity is preserved, and that is actually talking about who you are as a person. Interviews will not even be required to really catch these things out. And just imagine, if you have too much of waste, if you're too much of waste, too much of just junk on social media, then people will hesitate to really even collaborate with you, work with you as well. They're like average minded hai, time pass kar raha hai, like arguments mein fas raha hai, he's like angry person, look at his attitude, do you really want to work with this guy? And that's it. So a digital image is being created every single day. And now it's up to you. You might say, I don't want to produce. So it's a blank memory. Okay. But if you really, you can utilize that more by constantly adding value add content. Okay. So we think about it. And this is really interesting. Okay. Some of my friends. Okay. So this is really interesting. What happens is, whenever अभी लोग रिलेशनशिप में जाते हैं, okay, so some of my friends they were in relation, वो चेंज जब हो जाता है, they are like, ओ चलो चलो फेसबुक में जाके सारे फोटोज डिलीट करने पड़ेंगे पुराने वाले, because it's a new beginning altogether. So they clean up the emails, the social media. Abhi guys, if a digital identity you are creating for, let's say, past 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you cannot delete all of that. You would have to just close your account fully and start new. के भाई life में बहुत पंगे हो गए. Okay, so just be careful. Every single post that you do, you're adding to the world of what kind of a person you are. Okay, and if you're not the right person, you will not have the right opportunities in the world. And don't just think कि होगा नहीं होगा. It will happen someday. It will come in some form or the other, and you cannot hack it and manipulate it in a 1 hour interview and just showcase कि I am a very great and hardworking person, but your actions are just talking otherwise. Okay, that's where it is required to be a producer, because if you don't produce, others who are producing will have better chances than you, because their identity is already known to people. Okay, so if I already know that there is somebody, let's say like Nigar or Akhila, who is constantly posting, and I know their thought process, I would be like, these are good people, man. Since past 1 year, sharing so much of value, look at their thought process. Already, I would be biased towards such people compared to somebody who is not there on social media. Okay, so if you are not posting something, your digital identity is not getting created, and you don't know how this will change in the next 10 years. The way smartphones became mandatory for banking system, now maybe you never know, these apps and these social profiles will become mandatory as the future goes forward. And maybe then there will be some scoring. You never know what the technology team will do. Okay, because now Google, Facebook, all these companies will keep thinking, innovating, because it's their apps, it's their tools. They will try to change the world further. And if you're not going along with the flow, you will be a late runner there. So try to ride the wave, not like बाद में पीछे से खींच के लेके आना पड़ रहा है. So don't be that the laggards of the world who needs to swipe up. Okay. So the conclusion here we are saying is, try to be in the trend of what is going on in the world. Don't stay disconnected. And one important thing is, you need to build a strong digital image of what kind of a person you are. And every single post that you do is going to be tracked. It's going to be having a history. Okay, and it's going to be utilized. Okay, so be very careful, be very careful. And now AIs and all that is growing so much, image recognition, voice recognition. And I think recently there were even like all these riots which are happening, burning train, blah blah blah. So maybe the commissioner and all, they were passing statements कि भाई, we have all the software and systems. If your image is captured that you are doing all these damages, we will be able to catch you, and you will be causing, like, getting problems in your life with that, right? You'll not get this opportunity and all. So nothing but guys, face recognitions, voice recognitions, all these tools will grow in future, and you will be hunt down from internet wherever you are. So you will be taken out and your identity will be revealed. Okay, and now it's up to you, okay, what kind of identity you want to present to the world. Maybe you're too much entertainment biased, but just know it. Is it really worth for your life to be that kind of a person? Okay, so that's the second conclusion. You need to be a producer, because if you're not a producer, others will take away opportunities there as well. And then you live like, अरे क्यों नहीं मिल रहा, क्यों नहीं मिल रहा, because others have taken away that chance. And then you produce. And now comes the question, what do you produce? Entertainment versus value add. And if you're more producing value add, then more opportunities of that nature will come compared to entertainment or anything else. Okay, so far so good. Now you need to think, if you are like, I cannot post, I cannot add this, in 10 years from now, we don't know how the future will be. And without a digital identity, we don't know what can happen in the world. Okay. So just be sure we need to get started. Start simple. Okay. And it's required to start. Now, the thing is, how do we start? What do we do? Okay. Simple. You go, whatever you're posting right now, whatever you're doing, okay, for now, just continue. Let's see. But at least we need to get a new pattern. We need to be an value add mein kya aayega? We need to be an inspiration to the world. And inspiration by actions only, not by words, by literally doing something. And the more you do, the more value you will be able to give to the world, and more your identity will start evolving. Okay. And there's like one important thing, don't, like, first thing you get out of this, like a very narrow average minded person is like, okay, if I post something, I do it for my likes and views. Okay. You need to get the first thinking right. If you're posting something, you're not doing it so that you get likes and views. You are rather doing to build your digital identity. That's it. Because that post will always be there as your history. And you just need that. That's it. Okay, so whenever you have done a post, you're not doing it so that others like and do all that. You're just doing because you want to put a digital image about yourself, okay, what kind of a person you are. And even 10 years from now, if somebody goes, searches, scrolls that history, you will be able to get that post. Okay, so get this mindset. You're not doing it for likes, but you're doing it for building a digital identity. Even 0 like Rhea, then also it's like progress. Okay. Now, the second thing, okay, you need to really start tracking counters. Okay. And it's completely up to you how do you want to use it. But if you just observe, okay, this Amitabh Bachchan, so on his social media, every post that he does, he maintains a counter there, which is nothing but the post counter, FB hyphen something. Okay, you just Google Amitabh Bachchan, uska dekho post jaake. LinkedIn pe what he's sorry, LinkedIn pe I don't know whether he's there. Instagram pe what he's posting, Facebook pe what he's posting. Every post is having a unique number, and he keeps incrementing that number. Okay, and that number itself talks about your consistency chain. And guys, consistency is one of the very hardest thing to achieve in the current time when the distraction levels have gone so up. And this is where we said, as part of the morning today's session, if I daily, when you are waking up in the morning, post your morning counter. Okay, today is my so and so day, and you will realize you do it for 365 days in a row. It would be since 1 year, this guy is waking up at 6 in the morning, adding value and doing it so consistently. Already, the world will look at you with respect, because it is something very tough to achieve for the younger generation. Because distraction levels are so high, purpose, passion in life is missing. They are getting bored easily. They are off focus easily. In such a kind of a generation, you are building your identity. And you do that for 2 years, 3 years, everything will change. The people around, and you don't have to prove it to anybody. It's like you have built that identity, and your counter will start talking about it. 600 counter if you're running, you're like, oh, 2 years se ye banda is consistent. If it is 900, it's like 3 years consistent. And that's massive. Okay. And that is where at least you decide what counters you want to do like that. Okay. So morning counter to definitely required. So it keeps tracking your progress also and makes you very consistent as well. Okay. Now, how to get started? Simple. So we spoke about these few things. There go. Point is, if you make a pattern, it becomes very easy for producing content. We are not asking to do very big changes in life. Posting is like 2 minutes, 3 minutes job, not more than that. Okay. Out of 24 hours, 2-3 minutes, multiple times during the day is very easy. You need to form posting or value add publishing as a habit. Okay. Simple. Every day when we wake up in the morning, we do this meditations and all that. After that, take 5 minutes, write a post, send it. That will add value. Okay, by this guy is waking up early, talking about morning routine, and you're doing so many things there. You can share whatever value you want. You're way ahead than majority of the world. Majority of the world does not do all these things. You're way ahead than them. Start sharing value. Okay, that is where morning. Another habit right from today we will apply is, whenever we close our day, Okay, this is a very interesting habit. Whenever you close your day, ask yourself a question: what did I learn today which I want to share to others? By that way, you will start learning from your every single day. Okay, and then put it into some words. Okay, maybe another post you post it, learning for the day, and write down 2-3 lines about it. Nothing but you can do it as part of this evening session. 9 to 10 we close, we start publishing that. So what will happen is we are starting to slowly build a value add personality. Why? Because we are learning out of our day, and then that learning we are giving it to others, because together by sharing we all grow, and that evolves you even as a leader. Okay, as a like giver, and that's what the world is driven by, giving people. Okay, so the more you share, the more you will grow, evolve, your thought process will become clean. So simple, 2 post तो हो जा रहे, उसके लिए effort भी नहीं लग रहा है. In the morning, 1 done, today is my this day counter. In the evening, ask a question: what did I learn today? Write a few lines about it, share it. 2 posts daily हो गया. That's it. Even if you stick with these 2 posts daily, then also it is a lot. Just with 2 posts daily, it is a beginning of a great value. On top of this, we have said we are going to daily do book reading. Maybe whatever book you read, in that you will find some learning as an end conclusion. Maybe write a post about that. Nothing but, guys, if your life is running in a systematic pattern, it is very easy to capture these checkpoints and publish value. But if you are not doing it, then everything is chaos. When you wake up in chaos, when you run for job is chaos, what you do in the day is chaos, how do you end your day? Everything is a mess up. And in that, plugging in anything is not possible. So right now, we simply identified 3 places in your entire day routine where very easily you can plug in just value add publishing. And you don't have to do anything else. These simple 3 things, do it consistently for next 2 months. You will realize that digitally, you will start giving more value. By learning more, you will start finding the people will start listening to you, seeing to you. They might even ask you, Kare, what happened? You are all of a sudden, your way of thinking is changing because you're constantly learning, upgrading. A personality evolution will start coming. Okay, okay. So that is first major takeaway for today. 3 posts per day, at least starts with 2, morning, evening. So definitely we have to do. Book wala, I would highly recommend. So that will even push you to be consistent for your book reading habit. Because I definitely know some of you might have been doing it regularly, but some might forget it because we are busy with a lot of other activities. So thoda sa, that will even help you to be very consistent with that habit. Okay, fine. Now this is one variation. Okay, simply posting we are saying. Okay. Now the another thing, and this is where it gets even more interesting. Social media even gets more interesting here. Okay. There is one thing here ki in the IT industry or in your career, you need to be really good in your speaking skills, communicating skills to grow further in your life. Okay. Why? Because let me tell you कि क्या होता है, you are very hardworking in the project or in the life, but unless you showcase it to somebody, others don't realize it. Okay. अर्नोल्ड का एक फंडा था भाई, you be as hardworking as possible and then advertise yourself to the world कि you are that person, and then only people will know. Otherwise, you might be the smartest brain and you're just sitting in your room, not sharing it to anybody. How would people even know it? Be practical about it. ठीक है, ego को मत लेके आओ ऊपर, be practical. If you are somebody, show it to the world who you are. Maybe somebody else will really relate with it, like it, and then give you more opportunities. Okay. So this is what it is. Now you need to understand that showcasing yourself is required. Okay. And for that, a better way is video forms of showcasing. Yes, you can put some text, but I have a simple question. Nowadays, what is happening is for all these big superstars, कौन करता है उनका post? They don't do it. They hire people, and those people keep posting on behalf of them. 5 posts, 10 posts a day. Do you think like these guys are able to do it? No. अमिताभ बच्चन घर पे मस्त चाय पी रहा है, वो कोई और बंदे को पे कर रहा है, that guy is posting 5 पोस्ट डाल देगा because he is getting paid for that kind of posting. ठीक है. That's what all these big people, they hire other guys and they keep posting on behalf of them. ठीक है, एक बार तो गड़बड़ भी हो गई थी, किसी ने रॉन्ग पोस्ट डाल दिया था एंड देन द सेलिब्रिटी वाज आस्क्ड कि क्या था, एंड देन ही इज लाइक ओ गलत डाल दिया, डिलीट कर भाई. So these things also happen. Okay, so just understand what is happening is, if you are just keeping on posting, yes, your profile is getting it. Okay, but if you really want to grow in communication, if you can come in this video form and showcase your thought process to the world, it is a sure shot ki bhai, it's you who as a person you are. Okay, images can be compromised. Okay, text can be compromised. It can be done by whoever, but when you come live or share a video, that is who you are. That is not manipulation. Okay, and this thing ki communication ka funda ye rehta hai ki the more you do it, the more you become better. So you can study, you can do a lot of things, but unless you speak, you will not improve in communication. And it's required. So all those guys who are like hesitating in life, you need to just start speaking. Before this internet world, there were techniques of improving communication. Stand in front of mirror and speak out loudly, look at yourself and all that. Okay. Right now, social media can do all the same for you. Okay, and not to one time, you can just go live, record a video and watch your video multiple times and see where are you making mistakes. You can share your video to other friends, ask them for feedbacks and improvement, how you can grow, and then you can really grow. Okay, so that is where another highlight that we are trying to do is, if you can really come on videos, it will help you to boost your confidence. Okay, why nowadays with lockdowns and all this, everything came remote, everything started remotely, the interview started remotely. So you cannot say I cannot speak, I am hesitated, like camera ke samne kaise karunga, because life is going like that. Okay, and forget about all this, guys. Abhi aage jaake और evolution is happening. Right now, Microsoft, Facebook, they are all getting into metaverse and creating a digital world for parties and events. Okay, nothing but this life is going more digitally. You need to connect, you need to communicate, and you never know what will happen in the next 10-20 years. Okay, so you need to have that confidence that I am already in pace with this changing world, and that cannot live with hesitation. You need to come out of your shells, do things which makes you uncomfortable, but share some value. Okay, so another suggestion which I am saying is, come live, take some events. Okay, do some explanation live, speak to people, do one-on-ones, connect with one another, but live aake value dalna shuru karo. When so many entertaining people are putting so much as part of value add, if you start doing it, it will take your life to a next level. बहुत सारे लोग कर रहे हैं. Okay, but don't hold yourself back. You can use social media for improving your communication skills, your confidence skills, your nervousness will go away. Why? Because you will do it so many number of times that you will definitely become better in that. Okay, and in देखो interview में जाते हो तो many people are digitally nervous. यार, how would I speak, how would I think, how would I look, blah blah blah. All that is not required. Okay, देखो, there are two things whenever you speak to somebody. Either you prepare it well, you have it all written down, and another thing is you speak to them just randomly, spontaneously. Okay, and spontaneous speaking always connects, right? Behind the screen, yes, you do preparation, but when you speak, if you can be more natural, it looks proper. The others will be able to receive it nicely. Okay, and how can all these things happen? Okay, how can you give, the more you do this thing in IT industry for growing further, you have to give lot of demos, presentations, plannings, meetings, driving all those things. So the more you are doing these kind of social sessions, value add sessions, the more you will grow in these qualities already. Okay, why? Because guys, one of the reasons where I got so many opportunities is because I was even playing that part a lot, presenting the team's work, my work, getting recognition from the client, and then getting through over and over more processes like upward direction of career. Why? Because I was able to showcase myself and get the value for the team with my presentation skills. So tech work, planning plus presentation, that really speeded up my growth in my career. Okay? And guys, without communication, how can you really lead a team effectively? It's not practical. Okay, your teams will not follow people who is not speaking, who is not expressing. When there is pain, you have to express. When there is success, you need to express. So the teams, it's like ratio wise, 90 plus leaders, if you take, they know how to talk to their teams. They are not dumb or mute people. I'm not saying very charismatic and all, but there has to be a way by which you communicate and influence a group of people. And if you're not able to do that for your own teams, there is no growth in future. Okay, just understand your career and your life is going to go through phases. Initially, you will be independent, but as you start moving up the ladder, you will become responsible for your teams. And how do you work with teams? Is by inspiring them, is by setting the right example to them, is by communicating to them, making them believe in what you believe, and then leadership starts emerging. Okay, so it's required for your growth. And how would it be possible if you do that more often as part of your beginning of your life itself? So don't stay hesitated. Come online, go lives on your social platforms. Kuch nahi chahiye to in closed FB groups, go live, but open yourself out. Because if you want to experience your growth in your life, you need to remove this nervousness. What will people think? Nobody thinks anything. You need to become like blunt. Come online, share your thoughts, analyze it, and start growing further, because in your life, all these things will be required for rising to the next levels. And if you're already prepared for that, future may it will become easy. So that's the second conclusion. We need to make daily or weekly go lives or some videos and publish it on social media, because you have to get rid of this hesitation from inside, and you need to already be prepared for the future opportunities which are going to come. You cannot be nervous in front of your teams. Why? Because if the lead is nervous, the entire team collapses, their confidence goes away. Okay, so you need to be strong. You need to be able to, like, your eyes, your face, your focus, you need to be like, okay, guys, it's problem, but we will do it. You need to emit that energy to them. Okay, and that's what team looks at leaders. And leadership and these getting into that state, we are in control, we will fix it, that will come when nervousness is off, removed from you, and you actually feel that. And how will confidence come is the more you do it, the more you speak, the more you share your ideas, the more you do eye contacts with people, the more you make others feel how you feel by playing with your voice, your expressions, that injects into the mind. That's what is communication. What you feel, make the other people feel. What you believe, make the other people believe. And it is required for leadership and further growth. And for that, first, you have to be relaxed and comfortable. And how do you remove this hesitation from you, this camera or whatever nervousness from you, is by doing it more often. So the another suggestion is daily making some live video or go live sessions on these social platforms. If you are hesitated to directly go live in front of other people, just come into our closed Facebook group. We have already created a group, right? CT102 related. I'll share the link again. Start going live there. We are all the same community, right? Nobody's going to laugh or point fingers at each other. We all want to learn and grow. Daily, even if guys 2 minutes ke liye, you just come live and just share something. Over a period of time, you'll be like, hey, I'm able to speak so naturally now. And very nice ho jayega. Then you can try playing around with your expressions, body language, communication skills. वो बाद में करो. But first to get rid of this kind of hesitation of speaking and facing people. Why? Because if you run away, कुछ नहीं होगा life में, right? How you cannot run away from life. You cannot run away from opportunities. Okay? So be prepared. So that's the second takeaway for today's session. The first one is 3 posts per day. Morning, evening, and Bookwala, you can post it. The second one is we want to go live. Okay, ganda aya, just go live, speak for even 1 minute, hi, hello, kuch bhi. Okay, but try to do it as good as you want. It will help you in your professions like anything, while dealing with your teams, by talking to your leads, by doing estimations, plannings, lot of benefits. Okay, so karna shuru karo and you will start finding more comfort will come. Initially do it inside the internal videos, internal groups. Once you feel that you are very comfortable, now let me tell about the potential here. You will start doing, okay, the way I came up with this life transformation, career transformation. You will be skilled in your talent, whatever that area is. You can start something online of your own. Okay, if you're confident enough, if you're prepared enough, if you can do that properly, with practice, you can get into, you can build a system around you. Okay, I want to train on, let's say, Java. I want to train into my own business, whatever it is. I want to share value, and there is YouTube. You go live there, you start making playlists there weekly once, make it a habit. The way TV pe shows chalte, make it a pattern. Every Saturday, 10 to 11, I come live and I give this value to the world. You can start adding so much value, nothing but the producer value add content. You can actually publish it to the next level, which can be a product of your own, which you're giving to the world. That's the next level. But for getting to that, you need to become fearless inside. And that's what people say, become a personal brand and a digital identity in the current world. You can do all that. But step one is remove this hesitation, speak, showcase, grow, and that will help you in like your career, in everything. Okay, right now all the job seekers, you can just use the system. All the job seekers right now, whatever you are learning, just come live and share. This will help you in your interviews. While you're talking to the interviewer, you can explain them the things nicely, because you have done it so many number of times. Spring Boot, how this works, how that works, all those knowledge, share it. It's very useful for job seekers, for working professionals. The more you do it, your ideas and your thought process, you can apply that on work on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so that's the second conclusion. We want to come daily live and share value. Okay, now it's already 10 p.m. Let's just take away these activities. Okay, I'll first quickly let's mark the attendance, everyone. After that, we'll just conclude the session. Everybody mark the attendance for today, season 102. Action tracking, action list. My laptop is going to die very shortly. I need to plug in the cable. Okay, second. Band ho jayega nahi to. Copy link, done. Pasting it in Zoom. Guys, do something with this life. There is huge potential. Okay, don't waste it over. Build a digital identity, find your purpose, start adding value to the world. You never know how you can really start growing in your life. Okay, chalo, mark your attendance. I'll plug in the charger first. Very shortly, we are going to launch a agile workshop. Okay, Jira workshops. So learnings. Okay, so we'll be just launching it for all on very shortly, maybe next week or sometime. Let's see. So from the perspective of like freshers involvement, some experienced guys, and there is a lot which is the challenges coming on with agile. And if it is not implemented properly, even agile is backfiring for some of the projects. Okay, if it is not done properly. So So I'm just trying to share more of that, so it will help the current set of people as well. Yes, it would be free, open for all. Okay, updated guys, attendance done. Done kya guys? Okay, okay, super. Now, just a quick reminder of what we are going to do. Okay, so mostly tomorrow night itself, I will be traveling back. Okay, so we will connect. So I think from 10:15 something, I'll be leaving tomorrow. Okay, so maybe we will just connect for maybe 5-10 minutes from 9 to 9:10. Okay, and after that, you guys work for maybe a video. Okay, prepare that video tomorrow, push each other, and in our close group RK, just come live and share whatever you feel like sharing. Okay, doesn't matter what language it is, just be you. Okay, just talk it naturally, but give some value. Okay, maybe talk about yourself, about whatever you do, about anything, but just be yourself there. Don't hesitate too much, and just free out. Okay, let that be your first video if you have not done multiple lives, but share it out. Let that initial ice break, and uske baad jate हुए start getting into a thinking on a daily basis. What is it that you want to share? Okay, that's one of the reason ki every day I make one video of, let's say, 1 minute, and just trying to post. Because by constantly posting, my brain tries to think, okay, what is more good and what should I do in my life? So everything that I share, it is something which even reminds me, okay, Tausif, so you have to do things like this. Okay, so I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to remind myself ki ye karna is important, and then I share it out so that maybe it will help others also. So like that, you can start thinking, okay, what is it that you want to share on a daily basis? And you will find something if you do the right questions. Okay, and maybe you pick up whatever from your career aspect. Okay, today I learned this from my project. Share that. Okay, you can just do whatever you want. You can manipulate the system the way you want. So that is okay. So tomorrow we'll connect for 10 minutes, 9 to 9:10. Uske baad for next 40-50 minutes, at least ek go live karo for the first time. Break the ice, be normal, be natural, just come and share. Okay, that's done. And then uske baad we will, like Wednesday onwards, we'll speak more about some communication related area, and after that we are going to touch some goals related aspects. So we'll be finishing the Friday like that. Okay, now the other thing of tomorrow morning, so which we already shared as part of today morning session. Okay, देखो, we already realized based upon your life experience itself कि when you do it, then you experience more difference. Then you realize कि दो ही याद आ रहे हैं मेरे को फॉर्मेशन, बाकी के 6 काम गए. Right? So when you do it, then you are actually in the game. Okay, so I really want कि this morning routines and all, thoda sa you drive it along with us. So many a times कि that will really help you open up to think what I have to do next. I'll be sharing this list tonight itself into our WhatsApp group. So tomorrow, like, okay, so tomorrow, those who really want to do it, एंड गाइस कम, नहीं तो पता चला मैं अकेले ही लाइव आया उस जूम पे, बाकी सब यूट्यूब पे बैठे. डोंट डू लाइक दैट. ठीक है, सो टुमारो दोज हु रियली वांट टू डू दिस, दे विल एक्सपीरियंस बेनिफिट, एंड डोंट वरी, एवरीबody will be there. We will guide, and together we'll make it success. Okay, don't worry about that part, but at least take that stand. Okay, I want to do it. And then 30 minutes driving that session, you plan, you speak spontaneously, you drive us through the activities ke kya karna hai, you explain it well. It will really help you to engage with people and drive meetings maybe in your companies. Really required skills. Okay, so we will do that. So whoever comes on Zoom, okay, tomorrow, okay, so whoever comes on Zoom, so tomorrow you guys come with your video on. Okay, Sohel nahi hai, chalo wo sote rahega piche. So just don't sleep behind the screen, come with video on. We will be randomly picking maybe one person or two person, whoever, and those guys just drive the session. Okay, and when you do it for the first time, you will find there will be mistakes, but together we can support, and that hesitation will be gone. And 2-3 बार करोगे, बहुत comfort आ जाएगा life में. ठीक है, and those who are still hesitant कि नहीं हो पाएगा, for them I think this go lives and all that will make you more bold, and then you can come. But those people who are not going to be on Zoom, then come on YouTube. Okay, so because randomly pick karne ke baad, don't say, and that's where video on will be mandatory to the morning session. So if anybody is having video off, we'll gently request you कि भाई YouTube पे आ जाओ, ताकि we can randomly pick anybody and don't बाद में बोलो अरे अरे गलती हो गई types. Okay, fine. So see you guys tomorrow morning 6, and I think you will definitely get a nice opportunity to learn there. ठीक है. So thank you everybody. Have a nice day and take care of yourself. See you guys.